Hi folks, this is Bill Stevens from the Spinning Donut, and this video is an introduction to the operating system Ubuntu and its version 8.04. It's the release candidate, and the release candidate comes before the production release, which is in 4 or 5 days, I believe, according to their website. So Ubuntu is a operating system, and obviously an operating system allows you to interact with your computer. So it's equivalent to Windows XP, Windows Vista, or any other operating system that you use. It's derived from Linux, which is partially derived from Unix, and the Linux operating system is a small footprint operating system. And footprint, I mean memory. It doesn't take a whole lot of memory to run. You can place it on older computers and it'll run just fine, whereas if you put Windows XP on a bunch of an older computer, it doesn't run so fine. So it's a rock solid operating system, hardly ever goes down. It can run for long periods of time. It's more secure than Windows XP, etc., etc. So what I wanted to do with this video is say, hey, here's the Ubuntu operating system. If you've ever been curious about it and wanted to see how it runs, what are some of its functionalities, then this video is going to show you what it looks like real quick. And it's basically what you're seeing is from the download and just installed. I didn't customize anything, and this is how it looks straight out of the box. So we'll start with the desktop. If you right click on the desktop, you can create a folder, change desktop background, common commands in other operating systems. We'll look at the applications menu. Some of this looks familiar if you're familiar with Windows XP. So it's got some of the same stuff, only different. We'll go to places, which is kind of like my computer, my documents. Obviously folders, where you can put your music, pictures, videos. A system menu where you can interact with the system itself and all the different settings. For instance, I might take a look at a mouse later because right now my wheel on my mouse doesn't work correctly under Ubuntu. And some more administrative type programs you can use to interact with the operating system. This came installed with Firefox, came installed with an email client. There's a help. And this is where you switch users if you had multiple users, just like Windows XP has that capability. And this is your network connections you can look at. You can look at the volume and the calendar, obviously. And here's the shutdown menu with its different versions or different forms of ways to shut down the computer. We'll move over to the trash can or trash bin where all your documents and things that you delete end up. And these two little buttons right here are desktops or workspaces. So you can have one desktop looks a certain way and this desktop would look a certain way. So we'll look at that a little bit later. If you had a bunch of windows open, click on this button and they'd all minimize, just like the show desktop icon or button in Windows XP. So that's about it for how it comes out of the box. I will start up Firefox though here. And as you can see, it's got its own version of the Spinning Donut. And we'll just browse over to a popular site right now. And I'm doing this just to see how it renders in Firefox under Linux or under Ubuntu. So, looks pretty good. And we might go to my blog just to see how things render. It looks pretty good. Nothing too crazy. So we'll leave that there and we'll open up another desktop here. See how it went away? We got another workspace. Open up some documents here. And I just want to show you some documents that I created in Word 2003. This test document came over with very little formatting, hardly any words, and it looks pretty good. It came over correctly, the right font, the right size, bold. Looks good. I'm going to show you an image of another document that I created in Word 2003 that has a whole bunch of stuff in it, a whole bunch of different formatting, pictures, fonts, colors, etc., alignments, footer. So that's the image of what it should look like. Now I'm going to open that document that was created in Word 2003 in Writer, which is the OpenOffice.org software is equivalent to Microsoft Office, or it's supposed to be anyway. So this is what it looks like in Writer, and you can see the boxes around the pictures and the different fonts kind of squished up here, it looks like, so that might be an issue. It might just be because of the indenting here, but I'm not going to fix it right now. I'm just more curious how it converted it. Color right there, I don't know what that's all about, but the fonts and the colors of the fonts, the footer, it all looks pretty good. We can certainly page preview that. So yeah, you can see the words are all squished up right here, and we'd have to do something with that color, but something I'll deal with later. And we'll close this out. We'll go back to the first desktop and we'll close Firefox out. So that's basically a quick tour through Ubuntu 8.04. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.